Begin broadcast. Purely speculation live edition. I was gonna make a video version of this, but I figured, fuck it, we'll do it live. So, here's a live edition for you. I'm gonna let a couple people get in here real quick. What are you thinking about? Looking for them files? Oh, what up, Don? Whoop whoop. Let a couple of people get in here. How's everybody doing? Whoop whoop, Tabby, Gracie, Booty Pins, LHRPG Official, EC, Native Wolf, whoop whoop. So like I was saying, I was going to do this as a special edited together, purely speculation type beat, but I realize it's a lot faster if I just do it live, so I'm doing it live. All right. Now, what up, everybody? How you doing? So, I'm going to break down the Shaggy 2 Dope streams from Saturday and Tuesday last night. Shaggy 2 Dope is currently on tour, the Quest for the Ultimate Groove tour in Canada, and went live on Saturday while we were, I think technically we were streaming and they went live. And during WrestleMania, I just watched that shit at work today, and then there was one last night that I watched at work today, and something came up in them. Shaggy says it without saying it. That's why this is a purely speculation. We all know who he's talking about. It's obvious who he's talking about. But he addressed it in both episodes. And so I'm gonna break down the first episode, the Saturday episode, and play the first clip. Then we'll do the one from last night, and we'll play the second clip. How's that sound? All right. So Saturday, they were live from the RV on tour. They tried to stream, I believe, on Thursday, and the T-Mobile connection was not what it should be. Apparently, Shaggy didn't initially check if he has international coverage when he left, and so they were they were on the phone with T-Mobile trying to get international coverage added to their unlimited plan. They talk about the border crossing a little bit. They talk about going to French Walmart and what's that. That was like, Shaggy was talking about going to French Walmart for a specific reason, Emily. You know what that was? I figured you would relate to this. Poutine? No, to buy wax melts. Same. What kind of wax melts do you think Shaggy buys? Yeah, I was waiting for them to drop that knowledge.
So like, this is the thing though, because they have like a Carnival cotton candy one and stuff. Like, those are the ones that I get, like the cucumber melon, the orange dreamsicle. He probably likes the one that smell like Fruity Pebbles. Yeah,
like me. The Fruity Pebble ones. Mm-hmm. I think he's a flower boy. Like, I think he's a flower boy.
Fresh peony.
Fresh what?
Peony is a type of flower.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think he's a floral boy. What?
I said, you ignorant.
I really am. DJ Clay joins the stream for a little bit. They talk about Michael Jackson's dick pics, and then DJ Clay leaves the stream. No, actually, it's actually when Diddy comes up that Clay leaves the stream. They talk about Kiss selling their catalog and likeness to a hologram company for $300 million. They talk about Gem and the holograms. Shaggy asks Clay about Diddy, and that prompts DJ Clay to leave. Justin is Shaggy's alarm clock while on tour. They talk about Lizzo quitting or not quitting. Shaggy went to a smelly water park. Kalahari? Anyone in Sandusky, Ohio know the water park Kalahari? Apparently it's very smelly, according to Shaggy 2 Dope & Co. WrestleMania is on while they're streaming. Once again, this was Saturday. Professor Shags tells us that teeth are dirty. Shaggy wants to have a dog's asshole. He wants his asshole to be like a dog's asshole when talking about shitting. Shaggy recommends shitting in water and then wiping your ass with sand afterwards as a good shitting method. DJ Sibs is Shaggy's DJ alias on certain projects, like his brother's records. Apparently, if you see a DJ named DJ Sibs on his brother's records, that's Shaggy. Whoa. There's some wild ass shit going on outside. Super Itchy Butthole is what DJ Sibs stands for. Super Itchy Butthole. Don't know why that's plural. Let's see. Shaggy asked Justin, how do lesbians know when they're finished? Which is sounds like the setup for a dad joke or something. They talk about the Neptunes lawsuit, which I didn't even hear about that. That's the first time I heard about the Neptunes lawsuit. Motorcycle chariot racing. Shaggy drops hella comic book knowledge on Justin when talking about Action Comics and Detective Comics. Apparently a copy of Action Comics 1 recently sold at auction for $6 million. They talk about the Kazakh Giants. They talk about the eclipse, the Olympics, and there's some swimming videos that they're looking at for a while. Professor Shags lets us know that you can now get the HIV if you're straight. Shaggy's NFT venture went horribly wrong. He liked doing the Couch Podcast. By the way, if anyone knows how to fucking find that Couch Podcast, or if I was trying to figure out what platform it's even on. I couldn't find their YouTube channel. I couldn't find them on Spotify. Are they Apple only? Do I have to fire up that fucking Apple Podcast app that I haven't fired up in years and go and search on there? Someone let me know. I will fire up. Don't make me fire up that Apple fucking Podcast app. I will do it. I will fire up that Apple Podcast app. I swear to God. Shaggy said the setup for the Couch Podcast was similar to Kill Tony, and he was a little worried that he might have to perform and told them he didn't want to perform. They said, no worries, you're going to sit on the couch with us and critique the performers. Apparently someone at that show brought Shaggy Faygo, or brought a bunch of Faygo, and Shaggy had his first Faygo in a long time, a cherry Faygo, and he said he absolutely loved it. Shaggy doesn't drink soda pop anymore, so that was the first Faygo he's had in a while. Shaggy sneaking drugs in his shoes story. This is a time when they were on tour. He went to Mexico, bought a bunch of pills at the pharmacy in Mexico, was trying to sneak it back into America in his shoe, and the Mexican police snatched Shaggy off the street, brought him to a tiny police shack that's on the street, basically took his money, made him strip, and then fucking left him. He could keep his pills, though, so he just put his fucking shit back on and snuck his pills back into America. They stole all his money, though, the cops. Or were they even cops? Who fucking knows? All right. And then towards the end, Shaggy addresses the Alex Abbyss situation. It's right at the end that this happens, so I'm going to go ahead and play that clip. Let me pull that up on here for you guys.
So he saw some dude he thought might have been fucking Charlie Manson trying to burn his fingerprints off in the cell. But he could have been saying that to bullshit a kid, you know what I'm saying? What do I know? But yeah, that was pretty fucking fun. That was cool. All right. You know what? I'm gonna touch on this right quick. It's kind of like it's
So audio is a really shitty on this. I'm just gonna that if it sounds really shitty, it's really shitty for some reason. So
I'm wanting to touch that. It's really not funny at all. So anyhow, there are people who just straight up. How the fuck? I don't want to say motherfuckers' names just for the simple fact I don't want to get no slander charge or something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say nobody's name in this shit. But there are people that you think you're down by law with, right? You think you're the coolest motherfucker. You came up with them and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they're with you until you're well into adulthood. They're part of your fucking career, your team, anything. And then they disappear out the blue. And then you're pretty sure they took a lot of fucking money from you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so at that point, obviously everyone knows what we're talking about here.
And then, you know what I'm saying? So there's resentment bills and shit like, fuck that guy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that guy. And then years later, out of the blue, these motherfuckers pop up out of nowhere and just start doing Juggalo conventions and on Juggalo podcasts and shit because they're trying to sell something now. Trying to deny the fact of the bullshit they did back in the day just so they can get their face in front of Juggalos. How come they're not trying to fucking go real fucking like to book podcasts and shit? Nope.
He's got a really good point. He's Alex Abbyss is only slithering back into the Juggalodium to sell his shitty book to Juggalos. I mean, it could be absolutely amazing. It could have the best ending of any fiction thing ever, or whatever outrageous statement he said on MC Lars. I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It could have the best ending of anything ever. But why isn't he going on to a card podcast? Why isn't he going on to a collector's podcast to hawk this shit? No, he's slithering back to the Juggalodium in a way to try to sell this shit.
Just trying to do the rounds of the Juggalo podcast because they're trying to push a product that they're coming out with. You know what I'm saying? Hitting up a little conventions and shit. That's trying to push his book and do little seminars and shit.
By the way, shouts out to Shaggy not saying the Twizzler of it all. He doesn't actually acknowledge Twisted, and he belittles Astronomicon, which is fair.
Trying to act like they didn't fuck nobody over. You know what I'm saying? So they want to come back and ask Juggalos for money years later after they abandoned the whole fucking scene for years and years. Now they got a book to sell or some other product, and they want to come back and fucking get in front of Juggalos and try to embrace Juggalos again, trying to take their money. That's real fucked up, you know what I'm saying?
Well, this is going to go into tomorrow's episode when we talk about the Tech 9 of it all. By the way, tomorrow's Emily's birthday. We're going to have a special Habs birthday stream. And we're going to give away, we're actually going to try to give away Morton's list on that shit.
Find me a BBL for my 30th birthday.
Send donations, super chats, all super chats proceeds going to Emily's BBL at some point. That asterisk at some point.
Like they steal money and they'll continue to do it. Now they're trying to take money out of Juggalo's pockets for shitty ass products. You know
yeah, we're just trying to take money out of Juggalo's pockets for your BBL.
Right.
For your BBL.
Shitty products that nobody wants, but they're trying to use their fucking name and all that shit to fucking get up in Juggalo's pockets. You know what I'm saying?
It seems that everyone knows who you're talking about.
Yeah, if you look at the chat's saying AA all over the place. It's obvious that's what it's about.
Fuck that person. You know what I'm saying? Fuck people like that. You know what I mean? And fuck people that fuck with people like that after knowing what the fuck people like that do and giving them a platform to speak on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You hear that, Replicon?
Ridiculous, man. So whatever, you know.
You hear that, MC Lars? Tough guy, huh?
And so go ahead and buy it and waste your money on trash if you want. And go ahead and watch motherfuckers on these Juggalo outlets, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to go fucking do bookstore shit, you know what I'm saying? But doing Juggalo podcasts to try to sell some shits, you know what I'm saying? Fuck.
And that's what's going on here. He's definitely, and I'm so glad Shaggy said this, because I don't even know if I brought up that fucking angle. That's exactly what he's doing. When we covered it on Habs a few episodes back, the Abbyss Gazes Back episode, we played the MC Lars interview, and I kind of broke that down, sections of that down. Yeah, he's totally slithering back into the Juggalodium to try to make profit.
Out of here, man. It's sad. It's really sad. But on that note, I won't just leave it all fucking shitty with shitty people on your mind. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I got nothing else to say about that, because I don't never want to see that type of motherfucker never again in my face. You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of makes me sick to my stomach trying to fucking exploit Juggalos like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what's going down. Don't listen to it any other way. I don't give a fuck what people tell you. That's what the fuck is happening. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
So I see in the chat someone asking, Mizzy Frizzy's asking, who's Alex Abbyss? Alex Abbyss is the Insane Clown Posse's first manager. And, what, CEO? Would it be CEO, CFO of Psychopathic Records? The head don of Psychopathic Records for many years, for essentially the first deck of Joker's cards and then some. He left and allegedly skimmed off a whole shitload of money, allegedly millions of dollars from the Insane Clown Posse, The way that they always told the story is they were left with some bills, some debt, and they were given, I think it's $1 or $2 million a piece. The four of them, Jay, Shags, Jump, and Billy, I think was the way the story was told. So that's who Alex Abbyss is. That's who he's speaking on. Alex is currently making the rounds of a couple of different Juggalo outlets, trying to hawk his comic book that he's going to be selling at Astronomicon 7, I think it's 7, Twisted's comic book convention. That's what we're talking about here.
You can check the paper trail. Yeah, fucking criminals don't, the money they steal, you know, if somebody extorts like a company and steals millions from it, you know what they don't do? They don't do it from the paper trail. You know what I'm saying?
That's such a good point. Why would you leave a paper trail for thievery? That's such a good point.
They fucking take money that they're known for fucking hiding from the IRS and fucking taxes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Stashing away. That's what they're known for taking off with. You know what I'm saying? That's embezzlement at its finest. But yeah. So hopefully we'll be back on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Where are we at on Tuesday?
Which day is Tuesday?
All right, so that they do end up going live on Tuesday. We'll break that down and play the second clip because, slight spoiler, I'll go ahead and talk about it now. Apparently, how this second clip I'm going to play y'all here in a second gets brought up. Apparently, after this Saturday stream went down, Keegan the Creep. Y'all remember Keegan? Keegan apparently, now I haven't gone to watch this interview. I didn't watch the Replicon one either, because you'd have to pay me to watch the Replicon one, or listen to the Replicon one. But apparently he was on Keegan's stream the night of this. Right after they were done live, Keegan went live with Alex. Not planned, obviously, I don't think. I don't think Shaggy knew that was going to happen either, from the sounds of things, but it definitely gets brought up on this Tuesday show, and that's how this next clip goes down that I'm going to play you. So Tuesday, yesterday, Shaggy's voice is going real bad during this stream. They taste test some Canadian McDonald's on this episode. Yeah, check this out, babe. They have poutine that they taste test. Apparently, there's a bunch of different varieties of poutine that you can get in Canadian McDonald's. Check this out. This is crazy to me. There's a chicken cheeseburger. So basically a chicken patty and a cheeseburger on the same gimmick.
Yeah, like a McGangbang?
Kind of, like an official one, though. It's called a chicken cheeseburger. And then they got a sweet chili chicken sandwich. But Shaggy fucked up massively, and it was dry because he asked for a sweet chili chicken sandwich with nothing on it. So he didn't get he got a plain ass chicken patty. So basically he asked for the upcharged McDonald's sandwich and then got like a plain ass normal basic bitch boys chicken sandwich. This episode, by the way, the Tuesday episode was episode 100 of the Shaggy Show. Shaggy eats like a dog and is in danger of choking whenever he eats. So he wants a dog's asshole, but he has a dog's mouth apparently, a dog's maw apparently. They didn't get to see the eclipse. They didn't get to see WrestleMania. Shaggy did watch the Black Fish documentary though. That's rather old. Yeah, rather old at this point, but he just watched it while they were on tour. And Shaggy was fascinated with one scene in particular. Can you guess what scene it is? I didn't see this coming, but pardon the fucking the pun. Shaggy brings up the scene where there's a bunch of men jacking off Tillicum. Apparently, they jack off Tillicum till he comes is the joke that he uses. Of course, that's what Shaggy is fascinated by. They what's that?
Because they're breeding.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's just fascinated by animal genitalia in general. Shaggy, please tell the pig nuts story. Please tell the pig nuts story again. Going to the fair to stare at pig nuts. It's been so long since you told that story. They look at Madonna giving Ricky Martin a boner video back in the day. They talk about TMZ selling WWE storylines as if they're news stories. They watch the trailer for the movie Monkey Man. They talk about some Canadian national days but they don't really have Canadian national days like they do in the U.S., so Shaggy had to do some deep digging for these national days. Let's see. Shaggy is mad that American restaurants put maple leaves on their signage in Canada. And he refuses to go to the American restaurants that put the maple leaf on their signage in Canada.
Oh, I thought maple was just a Canadian thing till I moved here.
Yes, Vermont. That apparently Shaggy's a mark for maple syrup. And Vermont maple syrup gets brought up in the chat at some point. I don't know if there's a difference between Canadian and someone in the chat asked if Vermont maple syrup is the same as Canadian. I think it's basically the same because it's maple syrup. Yeah. It's all coming from the same maple trees, essentially. What's that?
My dad makes maple syrup.
Where the fuck was I? Justin wants to kick rain puddles at Shaggy. Shaggy threatens to fight Justin if he does this. Justin says that he wants to test him. So yeah, Justin and Shaggy beef is evolving nicely. Shaggy says he's been meeting Canadians at the Canadian meet and greets in Canada on the Canadian tour.
Sounds about right.
Someone in the chat asked why people are mad at Keegan. He had Alex Abbyss on, apparently. Now let's play. He speaks on that some more, and let's play that clip now. Where does that go? Yeesh. All right. So I got to bring up that other one. There's the other one. We'll get rid of you. And then we will play you.
Easier night for me. I'll just go to bed. Because I'm an old fucking pussy. Wrinkly beef curtain, they call me. Old man wrinkles.
You can hear his voice is kind of going a little bit.
Let's see, what do we got here? Yo, Shags, why everyone calling Keegan a bitch?
Why everyone calling Keegan a bitch?
Oh, he had Alex on his shit, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's probably why, because I was talking helly shit about this dude coming out with a book last night, and I don't approve of him.
So yeah,
jumping around on shit. You know what I'm saying?
On Saturday.
I'm not gonna get all into it again because I already spoke my piece the other day. But
yeah, it was on Saturday. Yeah, right after, like at the end of our stream, we were talking about it, and then Keegan streamed right after.
It's almost time to gather, Uncle Buckle. It's almost time.
He had him on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keegan had him on the same night too, which I mean, how crazy is that? Not planned at all, by the way. I don't think Shaggy knew that was gonna happen. It's not like Keegan was like, you know what, Shaggy said that, and I'm gonna show that Mr. Two Dope. That's not what happened. It's just weird universe shit.
Purpose for that was maybe to get viewers or something. I don't know. All I know is anybody that has no.
I mean, you would think Keegan would know, but then again, Keegan's kind of severed his ties with the clowns, so he's kind of like, he can do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Me or knows me. Knows how the fuck I feel about that piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? That fucking lying, conniving snake. Anything that comes out of his mouth when it comes to money or trying to get money is a fucking filth.
Thank you, Don.
You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Back in the day when we were young, all of our fucking moms, all of ours.
So this is an interesting story. I don't know if this has been told before. Let me know if this one's been told before.
My mom, fucking Joe's mom, Billy's mom, everybody's fucking moms always were like, hey, don't trust that guy, man. There's something about him.
They've told that story of like, they're going to use he was a snake, but he's our snake thing. I don't know if it's ever been framed that all of their moms was like, don't work with him. I mean, and this is a guy who was friends with Jump. So that's crazy.
He's a fucking snake. There's something real shiesty up with him. You know, we all said in our own fucking shits without even talking to each other. We're like, we know what a snake he is. We know he's a filthy underbelly snake, but he's our snake. You know what I'm saying? He's snaking motherfuckers for us. You know what I'm saying? So we're cool. Let me tell you something though. A snake is a snake is a snake. A snake you can have a snake for so many years, he'll still bite the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. who he's snaking. He'll snake you in the end. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and now he's just back out of the blue trying to sell a fucking comic book or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of fucking going to comic book conventions, instead of like going on comic or hobby or fucking whatever YouTube fucking podcast, what does he do? He hits the Juggalo fucking circuit, trying to use his name from back in the day to try to sell his little shitty fucking book. You know what I'm saying? He needs to eat a whole fucking trainload of dicks. You know what I'm saying?
Eat a whole trainload of dicks. Know what he's saying. I know what you're saying.
Fucking foul as fuck, man. Straight the fuck up. And yeah. It just...
I explained earlier who Alex Abbyss was. ICP's original manager, maybe sort of kind of allegedly stole millions of dollars from them, is trying to make a bit of a comeback in the scene by selling his comic book Chivalrous Arts at Astronomicon, the Comic Con run by Twisted. Does that catch you up, Seventh? Does that catch you up?
No good, man. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it no more because it starts making me mad for real. But that's all right because I didn't go that fucking deep into it to get me real mad about it. It's just a piece of shit, you know what I'm saying? No good. All right, anyhow.
You know what's funny? As soon as we started talking about him, people got ads.
So what?
So a lot of people missed out on that conversation entirely.
Well, whatever. You'll see it on the replay.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, Frankie. Run by who?
Let's see what else we got here. Well, I can't wait to see you in Austin, Texas as well. Yes, a liar and a horse thief. That's been my saying since I've been a youngster. You're a liar and a horse thief. That's the worst thing in cowboy days you could call somebody. A liar and a horse thief, that was grounds to get fucking shot. Straight up. Because, you know, people's horses were their whole life.
Yeah.
And everybody did shit on their word. So if you're a liar and a horse thief...
Now people steal catalytic converters.
Well, that's crap.
I think I just let this run
there was just, like,
for a while. I don't think there's anything left here. So yeah, he's a liar. He's an alleged liar and a horse thief. Shaggy was some strong words about Alex Abbyss. Let's see. James the Janky Promoter comes up briefly in the chat after this. Shaggy wants to do a vlog of them jacking off a whale. A couple of vlogs on the verge of coming out. Still have to be edited. They do an investigation piece. Apparently a Mexican news outlet accidentally showed someone's nutsack instead of the eclipse. I'm not quite sure how this happened. They cut to what looked like cell phone footage of the eclipse happening, but then some other objects come into the shot and eclipse the eclipse, and it's a nutsack. Spoiler: it's a nutsack. They cut it real quick when it still happens though. So they play that clip censored real quick. Shaggy tells a story about being in LA during the Death Pop promo days, and someone got a hold of them and said Shaggy. Oh yeah, so someone got a hold of them and said they had Shaggy's chain that he lost in Lake Hepatitis, the Hepatitis Lake from Hog Rock. If you guys don't know that story, one time during the gathering of the Juggalos, Shaggy jumped into Hepatitis Lake and took a swim. When he came back out of Hepatitis Lake, he had lost his Hatchet Man chain, his whole charm and chain. So legendary, and he tried to swim down to the bottom of it to find it. He could never find it. Legendarily, it's still down there. Allegedly, no one ever found the chain down at the bottom of Hepatitis Lake. And so someone hit them up when they were in LA, though, this is a couple years later, saying, "We got your chain. Do you want it?" And Shaggy asked them to send a picture. Instead, they sent a picture of their nutsack. And they were had. Or at least Shaggy's homie was had. Shaggy claims he never saw the nutsack picture. Shaggy is getting his maple syrup on while in Canada. The country Czechnia bans music that is either too fast or too slow. So if it's either below 80 BPM, or I think above 116. 116.
That's low.
Yeah, that's real low, right? 120 is like a pretty standard fucking tempo. I thought that was pretty fucking crazy. They're building a skyscraper jail in NYC in Chinatown called the Jail Scraper. Shaggy wants to go and serve some time there. Shaggy says he has PTSD from jail, but he pronounces it TPSD. Shaggy drops... Shaggy is going to be dropping Jesus Christ. Shaggy is going to be dropping 7 t-shirts at the gathering that he drew. 1 song from each Joker's card. So that's including Hell's Pit and Shangri-La. Someone asked if Shaggy is the same one that Eminem dissed and had beef with. Shaggy says that beef was on some high school shit. Shaggy says that when XM first came out, when satellite radio first came out, that they wanted to give them a show and that they actually flew them into Washington, D.C. to their headquarters to check out their studios, and they were going to give them a show. But they never ended up happening. We'll try to do another stream on Thursday. So had to bring that to y'all real quick because I felt it was pertinent to the episode we did a few episodes back. The Abbyss stares back, or the Abbyss gazes back. If you missed that one and you want a little bit more context to what we're talking about tonight, you can go watch that one, or at least find the section where I'm breaking down the MC Lars shit. All right, that's about it. I'm going to go cook dinner. And me and Em are going to hang out for the night. I took work off for tomorrow. So, and Em's got work off for tomorrow. It's Em's birthday. So we're going to have a good night. Jug Awards this Friday on Gloom Unit on Twitch. We're definitely going to be a part of that in some sort of way. Humble Among Broadcast System 132. This isn't an official broadcast system. This is a little side boy. Will be coming out hopefully tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. On Saturday, I have an interview with the director of Off Ramp, the new Juggalo crime dramedy fairy tale is I think what I called it in my review. If you didn't see the review video that I did of Off Ramp, go check that out over on the videos tab over there. It's really fucking good, man. I can't. Frankie says happy birthday, Em. You're getting some happy birthday love in the chat, by the way. The movie's really fucking good. Go check out my review video. I got a lot more to talk about with that movie with Nathan. I got some questions I want to ask him. I'm really fucking honored that I'm probably the first YouTuber to even get a chance to review this. If you go search Off-Ramp reviews, there was nothing else that came up. Because I was looking to see, like, this is a movie that's still on the film festival circuit, right? Oh, and by the way, I saw Nathan comment on Facebook that Off-Ramp is coming out a wider release in fall. So we'll all be able to see it in fall. I can't wait for y'all to see it, though, because I was so fucking... Like I said before, we were hesitant when we watched the trailer. You know what I mean? We were a little hesitant when we watched that trailer, but that trailer does it a giant disservice. Because when you see it in context, it's good. It's good. Any hesitations I had went out the window so fucking fast. Within first 5-10 minutes, I think I was like, yeah, this movie gets it. This movie gets it. So yeah, I can't wait for y'all to see it. Check out the interview we do Saturday with Nathan, the director of Off Ramp. Go check out the review video. Jug Awards this Friday on Twitch, on Gloom Unit over on Twitch. And Habs tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully we get a Habs tomorrow. And I really need to start editing. I might actually just drop this tomorrow because this might be a dope day to drop Juggalo Goes to Lost Lands over on the Alienated. Yeah, so if you're a member of the Alienated, tomorrow I think I'm just going to say fuck it and drop the unedited Juggalo Goes to Lost Lands. Just straight up drop the director's cut of Juggalo Goes to Lost Lands over on the Alienated tier. Fuck it. Because I only got like a half hour to edit that, and I'll just fucking really quickly edit that and we'll put it out. Fuck it. We're doing it live. We're just dropping shit. All right, I love y'all. Whoop, whoop. Have a good night. We're going to be doing Habs tomorrow. More shit coming. Yeah. Love y'all. There's some weird shit on my head. I don't know what the hell that was. Y'all see that weird dot on my head? I don't know what that was. All right, I love y'all. Whoop, whoop. Have a good night. Bye. Yeah, Hog Rock, right? Cave in Rock, Hog Rock. It's the same thing, right? Cave in Rock and Hog Rock's the same thing, right? It's just like two names for the same place. Before I leave, I want to make sure I didn't fuck that up. Yeah, right? Yeah, Whoop says yes. I trust Whoop. All right, love y'all. Whoop, whoop. Have a good night. Bye. End broadcast.